Hi everybody, this is our kind of week 5 update video. I have up to this point graded everything. So your speeches are graded and your special occasion speeches, and I've also given you back feedback on your topics for your informative and persuasive speeches. A couple things for your informative speech. I know you're working on those outlines right now. Make sure that you don't really infuse value to it. Remember, an informative speech is not one that you are trying to persuade your audience. You're literally just informing us. So if you say, I want to talk about why this is bad, that's a value. Okay, we don't want to infuse it with that. We just want to talk about, let me inform my audience of this process. Let me inform my audience of this place. Let me talk about that. That's typically speeches of, informative speeches are those that literally just inform the audience of an event, a concept, a place, a process, things like that. Okay? So that's where we are. With your persuasive speech topics, I also gave you some insight into, make sure you pick a side. You will not be just showing both sides, although you will have to include a refutation. You have to pick a side for your persuasive speech. Okay, for your speeches of a special occasion, you will see that there have been comments left for you. If you made maybe some delivery mistakes, I documented that. If you were maybe too biographical, I documented that. Make sure you remember that these are formal speeches. If you are reading your speech, if you are not making eye contact with your audience, if you are not taking this seriously, I'm grading as I would if we were in class, right? So remember, these are formal speeches. Don't forget that. A couple of things. Don't forget that you have to go back for this week and give, you have 3 discussion boards to complete, you have an outline to complete, and you have to give peer review. 3 of those are going to be easy. The discussion board, one of them it's a comparison of delivery style. Watch a TED Talk, give me some comparisons. One is one in which you reflect on your speech of special occasion. And then one is which I go ahead and give you a little head start on your informative and persuasive speech introductions and conclusions. This is supposed to be helpful. You're writing this at the same time you're writing your informative speech outline, okay? So this is supposed to help you get that written. If you have questions on the outline, please go back and look at the examples that I have. Remember, you have to have a compelling attention getter. You need a listener relevance link, a speaker credibility statement, a thesis statement, a preview of main points. Then you need to then you need to transition us into the body, making sure that you clearly articulate each of your 3 main points and that you transition between those with clear transitional statements, okay? You also need to wrap the speech up with a strong conclusion, which will consist of a thesis, restating your thesis, also restating your main points, and then giving us a strong clincher, okay? In terms of your 2 peer reviews, you can take anybody from your class. As long as I see that you've given 2 comments, that's fine, no problem. Additionally, with your speeches of special occasion, some of you, let me back up. When you gave me your topics for the discussion that was due last week, you went ahead, you had to give me some sources. Some of you did not put these in APA. Some of you picked only internet sources. They weren't, and some of them were from the exact same website every time. No. It needs to be at least somewhat diverse, okay? So you can't pick 3 different web pages from the same website. Also, if you use ND for no date, don't do that. Use whatever whatever year the website was last updated. Sometimes if it's a very active website, it will be updated every day. And then sometimes you'll run across a website that hasn't been updated since 2009. I just need you to tell me what that is, okay, what that date is. Let's see. I think that's all I have. Make sure that your references are in APA style when you turn it in your outline. So for this outline, you not only have to give me references in the list your references in APA at the end, you also internally have to document. You need parenthetical citations within. So if you have 3 citations at the end of your outline, you need 3 parenthetical citations that correspond with each of those, okay? And that's APA. Please adhere to those examples I have. Please follow them closely. And if you have any questions for me, please let me know, okay? Let me know if you have any problems the next couple days getting everything in. Have a great weekend.